joins with us. You guys go if you follow me to Colossians chapter number 1, verse number 23. Colossians chapter number 1 and verse number 23. I hope you can still get victory in the Word.
Amen.
I hope you still got it when we quiet down. I hope you still got it when it's a slow song.
I got it. Amen.
I hope you got it when it's a fast song.
I got it.
If you got it, say, it's mine.
It's mine.
Colossians chapter number 1 and verse number 23, and you can read it along with me. If ye continue in the faith, grounded and settled. Somebody say, and settled.
And settled.
That was weak. You got to say, and settled.
And settled.
That was all right. And be not moved away. Be not moved away from the hope of the gospel which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, whereof I, Paul, am made a minister. Paul here writing. But I want to focus back on this again. If ye continue in the faith, grounded. Somebody say grounded.
Grounded.
And settled.
And settled.
Somebody say and settled.
And settled.
And be not moved away from the hope of the gospel which ye have heard. Would you lift your hands and your voice with me again? Lord, we've come again on this Friday evening of Pulse, not believing, God, for anything less than everything that you are. You are powerful. You are all-knowing. Dear God, and I am believing here today, coming with expectancy and anticipation, that lives are going to be changed. I'm talking about people, God, that have been in this all their life. I'm talking about people, God, that have been here. This is their first time, God. I am praying, believing, and knowing that you're going to do something in their life. I ask for the anointing of God. Remove error from my mind and from my
Hallelujah.
mind. Nothing without you, Lord. Let the anointing be upon both me and this congregation. We ask this in your holy and precious and powerful name. And would you just shout his name one more time?
Jesus.
You may be seated with the hand clap. Tonight I want to preach for just a few minutes here upon the simple thought of it is settled.
It's settled.
Somebody say it's settled.
Settled.
You gotta say it with me like you believe it. It's settled.
Settled.
When something is settled, that's it.
That's it.
When it's settled, that's it. You remember when you went to the store when you were little and you wanted the Ninja Turtle like I used to want, the little Michelangelo Ninja Turtle. It was the newest thing out.
Amen.
It was the best thing going. They even had a dude that he was like maybe like 2 feet. He was the big Michelangelo. You know, with little sticks in the head and everything. Yep. And I remember going and saying, man, I've got to have this. You know the eyes you put on your dad or your mom or whoever it is, and man, I've got to have this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do not understand. You know who this is? This is, yeah, this, you know what this is? What? What do you want? This is Michelangelo. Yep. I gotta walk away with this, Dad. Maybe for the girls it's something different. Maybe maybe you haven't been working and you don't have your own cash yet. It'll come. But when you go to that store and you just see that outfit, and you see that outfit and it just kind of catches your eye, and you know you can't leave without it. Now I don't know this personally for obvious reasons, but I am aware and I've seen it. You know, you see, and it'll be people I don't even know, and I just get a crack up. I'll be in line getting my socks or whatever, right? And I'll be getting my stuff, and then you just see somebody, you see this girl, Martin, and she's just giving, she doesn't go to the mom. Because the mom knows she don't need it, you know what I'm saying? The mom's like, well, you already have 3 different pairs of brown shoes. She's like, well, you don't understand, this is that light brown that matches. But you'll see, like, the girl, I've seen it, and I'm just observing it. I just look at people. I like, how many of you like just watching people? It just cracks you up. You're like, dude, it's a goof. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, what is he doing? I like watching people, especially online, and you see it all the time. You see, like, might be a teenager or this girl just shoot up to her mom, and you can see her mom. You don't even have to hear what she's saying. And I put words in my head. You don't need that girl. You already have 3 of them. And then you see her like she's sneaky. Like you would think like she don't even put it back. Her mom tells her to put it back. She just goes back to the rack and just like messes with the clothes, and she makes sure her mom's gone. And then you just see her go take a circle. Hey, Daddy. I love you. Oh, you're gonna get that? That look good on you. You know, then the dad's just falling for her. You know, it's like, really, baby, you like it? And I'm just like, dude, you're about to get tough. I'm about to give birth. And you just see, and she's like, yeah, that look good on you. And Daddy's like, oh, thank you, man. I kind of like it. So, Daddy. And I'm just watching this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're about to get tough, dude. You're about to get tough. I'm like, is she gonna pull it off? I'm like next in line. I'm like, go ahead, you can go ahead and go in front of me. And she's like, Daddy, you know, will you get it for me? He's just like, oh, yeah. And so he gets it because with Mom, she knew. Somebody said it was settled.
It was settled.
She didn't even ask twice. Her mom said, go put it back. You already have that. You don't need it. It was settled. There were no ands and buts about it. It was done. She wasn't going anywhere. Hello?
No.
Somebody say, it's settled. And this is something for me personally. I'm privileged to lead In Motion Ministries. I'm privileged to be here every close. And this is something that I consider a privilege before a responsibility. But can I tell you, In Motion has got to be more than just a name.
Amen.
In motion can be easily said, but it's something different to be done. You see, because there's names that are given for everything. There's names that are given, and they try to make names that are catchy. Something that will catch somebody's eye. Look at Jack in the Box. Hey, where do you want to go? Jack in the Box. That kind of sounds good. Jack, man, what's going on? Something that would just kind of catch your eye. Something that would just kind of like, oh, okay, let's check it out. When you're little, Chuck E. Cheese. You don't like the Chuck E. part, but you like the cheese part. You like the games part. You know what I'm saying? Names, they're creative, innovative, do everything they can to catch your attention. But it's got to be more than just a name when it comes to ministry. Amen. It's got to be more than just a name that we have when it comes to the things of God. It's got now. This is something that maybe not everybody that you kick it with, not everybody you hang around with understands this, but we've got to settle it here tonight. As a ministry, we're not just going to be a part of a church.
Amen. Amen.
As a ministry, we're not just going to come, go to church, clap our hands, sing a song, listen and watch Signs for the Times and then bounce. Oh, no. You got to understand, if you're going to be the In Motion that we talk about, if you're going to be the movement, if you're going to be the momentum, if you're going to be the change in a generation, it's going to take somebody that has settled. All right, I'll preach for a little bit longer. It's going to take somebody that has made up their mind. I'm not just going to come and sit on a pew. I'm not just going to come and sing about a difference, sing about a change. It's time that I am the change. It's time that I am the difference. It's time that I actually do something with what I have. It's time that I start living up to what I call myself. It's time that I start going where I said, oh, hear me. I start going where I said I could go. I'm talking about living up to it. That will never take place. We'll just be another ministry. We'll just be another church unless somebody settles it.
Amen.
We've got to do it as individuals, and we've got to do it collectively.
Praise God.
I am not interested in entertaining a crowd. I'm not interested in entertaining a crowd, but I am interested in a generation experiencing what they were meant to experience. I am interested in seeing lives change. I am interested in seeing the suicidal young lady that had continued. It seems like every Friday night people are doing their own thing, and she's again in her room wondering if there's hope. I am interested in reaching her. I am interested in reaching the guy that he knows what it is to be popular, and he knows what it is to have a couple friends around him, but yet when he goes home to the abusive family situation, he's searching and wanting something more. Hey, I am interested in reaching him. But we will never get to them unless it has been settled for ourselves. In motion, the movement, the momentum, creative, innovative, exciting, and it does something to you. But it's got to be more than just a name. Everybody on every corner has a name. Everybody on every corner can have a name tag. But I want to know, do we have an identity?
Good.
You see, because you can have a name tag of Christianity, but live without an identity. To have an identity, you got to understand who you are, what you're about, where you're going.
Amen.
And that will never be done unless there are some things that are settled. Somebody say settled.
Settled.
It's got to be settled for us as individuals, Casey. It's got to be settled for us as individuals, Tiffany. It has got to be settled because for too long people just go through motions and do whatever they do. And when it's good, God, you're everything to me. But when it's bad, I got to find something else. I got to look for something else that, just to kind of settle what I'm going through. And there's some things that I'm going in. God, Not right now, but maybe later. And you've heard me say it before, and I'm going to say it again. God is not interested in having you and I for a weekend fling. He's not interested in being your Sunday sensation. Oh, it feels good. That's just right. That's just what I need. God's like, no. I'm interested in a relationship with you.
Amen.
I'm interested in somebody saying some commitment. Amen. God is interested in our commitment. God is interested in us giving ourselves.
Praise God.
But those things never take place unless we settle it. Hear me tonight. We're actually going to go somewhere unless we settle it. And what I am interested in is in a ministry and in my own life is making sure those things that I want to do, that I can get there. That person that I see myself as, that I can one day be. But I'll never grow. I'll never go. I'll never be propelled into those things unless there are some things that I settle within myself. Unless there are some things that we settle in our hearts, in our minds. Because when it's settled, what are you talking about? What are you referring to? What are you saying? Well, when I say I've got to be settled and it's got to be settled, what I'm talking about is we got to be more than just persuaded. There has got to be, hear me tonight, Paul, there has got to be a complete convincing. I am convinced. There is no other life that I want to live. There isn't anything else that I want to do. There is no room for compromise in my life. I'm getting a little echo here. There is no room for compromise in my life. My heart, my mind, my soul, my spirit, it belongs to God. That's what I'm talking about when I say it's got to be settled. It has got to be settled because too long we've got the waves down. Too long we've got the movements down, and there's nothing going on within where it matters, in the heart, in the mind, in the spirit. And what God is wanting, what God is looking for, He's looking for a generation. He's looking for young people, young men and young women that was like, you know what? It's settled.
Amen.
It's settled. I'm not interested in anything else out there that can give me temporary pleasure. It's settled.
Settled.
I'm not interested in anything else that people will say will make me successful. It's settled. I'm not interested in finding somebody else to heal my heart and to bring hope into my life. It's settled. The search is done. I don't need to look any further. It is settled. My mind is made up. Matter of fact, I am persuaded. There isn't any other life I want to live. I am persuaded. There isn't any other direction I want to go. Let them say what they want to say. But my mind's been made up. My heart has been purposed. It's settled. And there's no room for anybody else to tell me different. There's no room for my friends to say, hey, what about something else? No. You got to understand, it has been settled.
Hallelujah.
Well, why are you coming to bring that to me? Why are you going to try to get in my face with that? Because I'm looking at a generation that just moves and changes when the world changes. When something's new out, when I'm not talking about your iPod. I'm not talking about the iPad that's coming out. I'm not talking about new cars. No. I'm talking about the things that matter.
Amen.
When people change and when this world changes, we begin to change. That's not the will of God for your life.
Amen.
That's not the will of God for your life. Well, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna blow with the wind, and whatever happens, happens. Whatever direction I go, then that's the direction I go. That's not the will of God. God is not interested in you moving like the seasons. You changing with the seasons. God is not interested in you. Well, whatever's new out there, God, that's what I'm gonna follow. That's what I'm gonna do. You got to understand, if you're going to live for God and you're going to make it, there are some things that have got to be settled for your life.
Amen.
There's going to be friends in your life, people you grew up with, people you went to high school with, college now. There's going to be people in your life that you're hanging around with. They're going to be going in a different direction. They're going to be doing a lot of different things. And if it's not settled for you, you're going to find yourself revolving around the same circle of life that you've been living all throughout your day. Whether it was high school, middle school, struggles you had, whatever it may be, you're going to find that it's just a revolving door. You're never moving forward as the song we sing, but rather all you're doing is going in circles. Unfulfilled. No progression. Nothing happening. And as the generation continues to move on, they're going in different directions. You're just following, well, maybe I'll try this for a little bit. Maybe I'll try that for a little bit. Maybe I'll go back to my old friends. Maybe I'll go back to my old tendencies. Maybe I'll just do, well, you know what, I just don't feel No, you got to understand. It has got to be settled. It has got, I don't care whether you walk in tonight and you're 13 or whether you walk in tonight and you're 23. I'm preaching to you because it's got to be settled.
Amen.
Whether you're young or not, can you imagine? Check this. Can you imagine a relationship that you and I are having with God? Can you imagine? Put yourself, I'm getting this echo and I don't like it. Can you imagine here? You have this relationship. It's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, when you love her, she loves you. It's supposed to be settled. Can you imagine, bro? Can you imagine if she's like, yeah, you know what? You're really cute today, but as far as tomorrow,
You don't know.
we're laughing, right? Yeah, definitely. Let's go out tonight. Let's go have fun. But as far as next week, I think I saw somebody that caught my eye.
Lord, have mercy.
Oh yeah, I love you. You're the love of my life. Ooh, girl, you are my boo.
Louder.
No, you ain't getting it. You're getting it twisted. Somebody say you're getting it twisted. You can't walk up to God and say, oh, you're the love of my life. You're everything. But as far as Monday, I'm going to be going a different direction.
That's good.
I love you more than anything, Jesus. Here I am to worship. Here I am to, I give myself away. Now God's like, how you singing that to me on Monday night, but yet Tuesday you're kicking it with all the old friends and doing all the old habits?
That's right, amen. Good.
I thought this was a relationship. I thought me and you had something going. I thought it was all good. I thought some things had been settled in your lives. And he's looking down on you and I because he sees it everywhere he goes, in every church, on every corner. There's people saying one thing, professing something with their mouth. It's catchy and it's nice and oh, that's cool. But yet the life that we live when maybe the music's not playing, it's something totally different. And he said, if you're going to make it, it's got to be settled. If you and I are to have a relationship where I can be everything to you, because you mean everything to me, there's got to be some things that are settled. You can't be loving on me on Sunday and on a Monday night impact, and then yet Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday, you're doing everything else. I want to know, he's asking tonight, is it settled? Is it settled in your heart? Is it settled in your mind? Are you serious about me? Because I'm serious about you. And the problem that I've come to find, and nobody's getting in trouble tonight, but I feel like God is just kind of laying it out there in our lives. He's talking to Pastor Jonathan here tonight. He's saying, hey, you got some things you need to alter. You got some things that you need to shake up a little bit. You need to adjust some things. And so I've come to bring to you today the desire of his will, what he is wanting in us today is for some things to be settled. Because the problem that we come to find out is that some people never settle it. Angelica, some people never settle. And so you know what happens? They walk in the church, they walk out the church. Years of going, they can sing in the choir, matter of fact. Just they even know the songs, the signs of the times.
Praise God.
They come to Paul's. But some of them never make a commitment. Some of them never settle it. And so it's just kind of coming to church because I had nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just coming to Paul's because my mom wouldn't take me over there. Well, I had nothing else to do, so I figured I'll go. Some just never settle it. Some never just get it down and say, you know what? I'm going to actually commit myself. And they want to hear me tonight. We're going and they wonder why. As I said earlier, they're just going in circles. Why they can't find any fulfillment. Why they don't feel like there's any growth in their life. Why they don't feel like they've been developed into anything more than what they are, even though they've been in it for as long as they have. Because they've never settled it. They've never settled it. Are you getting it with me tonight? God is interested in a commitment. God is interested in a commitment. God is interested in you and I dedicating ourselves in our life. That doesn't mean that you can't have your personality. That doesn't mean that you can't be you. That doesn't mean that you can't smile. That doesn't mean that you can't go and eat cheeseburgers and french fries. No, that's not what I'm saying tonight. God wants you as you are, but what he's interested in is having some commitment. I need somebody to understand with me today that it has got to be settled.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Are you sure this is necessary, Jonathan? Are you sure this is really required? Well, can I tell you something? I've been around the church long enough to know that people coming that are older than I, they've been in this. I've watched them grow in it. I watched them sing. I watched them preach. I watched them do the thing, but they never settled. And so it was just motions they were going through. They loved God, absolutely. Who doesn't love mercy? Who doesn't love peace? Who doesn't love grace? Who doesn't love goodness? Who doesn't love those things?
Amen. That's good.
Of course they loved God, but there was no commitment. There wasn't anything settled.
Amen.
And so check this out. When things didn't go their way, before it was all right here. You're everything. I want you, God. Because, everything was all good. But when things didn't go their way, because it wasn't anchored, because it wasn't settled, because they never made the commitment in an altar, because they never dedicated their life beyond a Sunday, when things didn't go right, they found themselves drifting off.
Oh, Jesus.
And rather, when things begin to fall apart in their family, when things begin to fall apart for their parents, rather than going towards God because it had been settled, they started moving away. They started trying to find something else to satisfy the anger that they were experiencing. The things that were just, the flood of emotions that were going on within them. They tried to find different things because it was never settled. They preached. They sang. They even knew the songs. They did all those things, but it wasn't settled. And what I fear is that I preach to a generation every Friday night that hasn't settled it. That there are people tonight that will walk out and say, well, that was kind of cool. That was nice. He made me laugh in the beginning. Then he kind of got serious. I just got to check out of that. I ain't ready to commit.
That's good.
I'm not ready to dedicate myself. I'm not ready to give my all. I've got to tell you, if you're not willing and ready to settle it, then things you're going to find yourself involved in that you never dreamed of, that you never desired for your life. Are you sure of it? I'm absolutely positive, because this world will do everything it can to throw it down your throat. This world will do everything it can to suffocate you with the depression, with the negativity. With, it looks kind of cute on the outside, but before you know it, you're struggling with homosexuality. Are you sure about that? I'm positive. I'm positive. I get enough phone calls. I get enough emails. I get enough text messages from people that didn't even realize where they were going, but because they never settled it. Oh, I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the time we live. I'm talking about these kind of Friday nights. And they didn't realize it because it was never settled. And now, Pastor John, that I found myself, and this is what I'm doing, and this is where I'm going. Is it out? Is it too far? No, it's not too far, but yet it was never where they were meant to be.
Amen.
It was never where they wanted to be. And now they're struggling, not even know if they're going to make it, not even know they can do it. And I'm trying to pump faith into them. I'm trying to do everything I can to shock something of Jesus into their life, because they've gone too far. So they can't feel it anymore. So they don't know what they believe anymore. So they don't even know if God is real anymore. What are you talking about? I'm talking about people that are your age. I'm talking about people in our generation that have never settled it. And he's looking on Friday night for people that will say, listen, whether it's good or bad, Aisha, whether you're going up or down, whether you're moving fast or slow, I need you to make sure that it's settled.
Amen.
I cannot afford you to revert back to the old tendencies, Brian. I cannot allow you to revert back to the old wheel and ways, Anthony. I need you to commit to me and say, God, whether it's good or bad, whether I'm up or down, whether I'm fast or slow, I'm committing my life to you. I'm committing my life to you. God, I know I'm far from perfect, but I'm telling you, I am willing to pursue who you are and what you have. Because I understand this, and listen to me, I'm not going to be much longer. But you heard me talk about how we feel like weaknesses disqualify us. We feel like our problems and our issues and our circumstances, they can't allow God to connect with us. Hear me. One of the most popular things that I hear, one of the most just things that has always popped up, this always comes, well, you don't understand, I just have this weakness. I have this weakness in my life. To some it's anger, Robbie. To some, it's the depression. To others, it's pornography. To others, they're struggling because their parents' marriage is falling apart. They don't know what to do because they're attached to both, and they don't even feel like they're getting anything from them. I've got this weakness in my life. I've got this weakness in my life. God never looked and called out perfection. God never looked and said, I want everything that's perfect in you. God didn't say, I come for those that got it all lined up and everything's all good. God is saying, listen, I want you to settle it. I know, Angelica, that you might have some weaknesses. I understand that there's some things that aren't matching up and some things that aren't making sense in your life. But what I'm interested in is that you would settle it. What I'm interested in is that whether your parents do divorce, and whether you are out on your own here in just a year or two and you don't even know what direction to go because school's not working out and life is just kind of mixed up and it's just not clear right now. I just want to know, will it be settled, Josh? He's asking the question to you and I. Jonathan, I know you get up and you preach on Fridays, and I know you do your best to be a good Christian. I know you do your best to lead people, and you try to do your best to be effective, and you want to do those things. But Jonathan, if I took everything that you know today, is it settled? He wants me to be able to look back at him and say, it's settled. If everything that I've lived for, everything that I've worked for, everything that I thought I had, every direction that I thought we were going and it was the right thing to do, if everything was taken from me right now, God, it's settled. Because it goes back to the foundation of my decision. Is my life focused around Him? Is who I am, where I'm going, and what I have, is it revolving around Him? Or is it just revolving around the things that are added to me? Is it just, am I falling in love with Jesus, or am I falling in love with what He offers me? Because if it's not settled, you'll fall in love with all the goodness. You'll fall in love with the beats of the music. You'll fall in love with the friends and the good times. But if you're not in love with Him, it's not settled. It's not settled. That's why people walk away from God. That's why the dozens come and go from a great church, a powerful church, because it's never been settled. You can talk to them, they love God. There's no doubt about it. There's no question. They love Him. They love Him. But the problem is the commitment. The problem is the dedication. Would you stand with me, please? Then I was focused. I need you to stay with me tonight as musicians would come. What He is looking for and interested in is the commitment and the dedication from our life, where it's not anybody else, but it's us. Where God, I'm going to love you, and I'm going to love you on purpose. I'm going to live for you, and I'm going to live for you with everything that I've got. Not the decision that my parents have been making for me. Not what Pastor Jonathan's been preaching. He kind of ignites something in me every once in a while, but beyond that, I've got to have something for myself. And He wants to know in your life, is it settled? That when people come and go and walk in and out of your life, I hope you're not hanging on to what they have. I hope you're linked to the source. When your friends and family let you down, He's asking tonight, is it settled? He's looking into the hearts. You know what I'm saying? Not my facial expressions, because I can fool every one of you. You can fool me. But what He's looking at is into the heart and saying, truly, honestly, is it settled, Josh? Because if it's not settled, you and I can't have a deeper relationship. If it's not settled, you and I aren't going to be able to connect the way that I thought we would be able to. And He looks and says, I understand the weaknesses in your life. I understand the things that aren't making sense right now, but what I'm interested in is it settled, so that when the good comes and when the bad comes, when everything's all good, everything's all right, and everything fades away, I want to know, is it settled in your heart? Is it settled in your life? You see, because when we come and when we settle it, we're by ourselves. I wish that I would be able to make a decision for you sometimes. I wish that I could stand in every gap in your life, but I can't. As much as I want to, as much as I desire to, because of my love for each and every one of you, as individuals, as a soul, I'm not able to. And what He's saying tonight, you've got to settle it by yourself. But if you settle it, you won't be alone. If you settle it tonight, you won't be alone. God tonight, He's looking at an altar where we can settle it. He's looking at a ground where we make sure, God, it's not only words that I speak, but it's also tears that flow from my cheek. Not only tears that come down, dear God, but it's the heart. It's the heart. And I'm telling you tonight, God, that I'm going to settle it. And He's saying, if you'll settle it, it's got to be your decision, but if you settle it, I'll be there, Lisa, to embrace your fears. I'll be there to embrace your insecurities. I'll be there to help you. I'll be there to walk with you. I'll be there. And I can't promise you that everything's going to be good. I can't promise you that everything's going to be all right, because I want to build your life. And what you thought was negative and bad and it was going to tear you down, I've allowed those things to take place because I'm trying to add structure. I'm trying to build something within you. Don't walk away from me. Don't walk out on me. Don't turn away. Don't give me your head. I want your heart. And so tonight, the altars of commitment, it's before you. But it's beyond where you sit. It's beyond where you stand. And as they begin to sing, I've got to ask you tonight, is it settled? Is it settled? Now when everything's all good, I'm talking about when everything in your life makes sense. I'm talking about when everybody and everything seems like it's against you. Is it settled? Tonight I feel, myself included, we've got